Hi, my name is Rick Sanchez. I'm with a company called Tractor Tip Equipment, and what we have for sale here today is a Caterpillar 420D. This is a sweet machine. It's got extend-a-hoe, it's four-wheel drive, relatively low hours. The guy that owned the machine was a good friend of ours. We'll get into that later, but anyway, the serial of this machine is this whole serial number is CAT0420DK, F like Frank, D like David, P like Paul, 2229. I'm going to leave that last digit blank. What we're going to do in these three videos, we're going to put them all together, but we're going to talk about the mechanics of the machine in the first clip, the operating specs in the second, and then we'll run it in the third. If you buy this tractor from me or any of the others we have for sale, we've got an Arrow drop hammer. Those things are bulletproof. I mean, they're great. They carry like it's like having a 15,000 pound breaker. We've got a 310 over here, John Deere. We've got a little Fiat Alice motor right over there. We got a couple of 140s. We got some compactors. We got some loaders. Anyway, point is, if you buy any of these machines from me, you're going to be dealing with Perf Prevents. He's my right-hand man. He's the guy running the camera right now. Price on a new machine like this these days, I'm almost afraid to say. I'll bet it's $150,000 the way this is equipped. This machine has got 4,300 hours on it. Now the hours may accumulate because we do use it a little bit. As far as manufacturers go, Caterpillar is #1 in the world of heavy construction, mining, and utility equipment. This is considered a piece of utility equipment. They're ubiquitous out there, and they're #1 for a reason. They build solid, tough, reliable machines that stand the test of time. I mean, if this machine was a 1970 model, you could still get parts for it and support. That's why they're #1. This particular machine weighs 16,000 pounds. The widest point is this bucket right here at 7 foot 6 inches. The tallest point is the top of that cab at 9 foot 1 inch. Transportation length from the front of this cutting edge to the rear of that backhoe, when it's tucked up under transport profile, is 23 feet. Comparable machines are like that John Deere 310 right there, Case 580. You know, Komatsu used to build a WB 140, an LB 60. As far as the history of this unit goes, this machine, like almost every machine we purchase, is an original owner Dallas, Texas machine. You say, well, what's the big deal of that? The big deal of that is that we are in a warm environment and we're far from the ocean. We're 300 miles from the ocean. The only salt that we see is the salt on our kitchen tables. We don't remove snow. We have no snow removal. So this machine is essentially rust-free. You'll see where the rainwater's kind of gotten to it, and you know, the paint's flecked off, but it in no way, shape, or form is rust pervasive. Just about every machine we purchase comes from one of about 30 different large contractor and municipality that we deal with here in the Metroplex. This machine is no different. This machine came from a guy who owned a very large construction company, and he bought it for his ranch. He kept it at his ranch. He used it. He had a huge ranch here in Texas, and anyway, he got tired of sitting around, and he went to work for one of these big, large outfits, and sold most of his property off, and he didn't have time anymore to mess with his toys. So he called us one day, and we bought it. But we've done a lot of business with that guy. He took very good care of his equipment. Like I say, this was his own personal baby. And the few machines that we have bought from him, we've been happy with them all. And I should say that before I purchase any machine, I never ever buy a machine sight unseen. I have 2 mechanics go out and inspect it. If they say everything's okay with the machine, then I personally go out and inspect it. I mean, Perf goes out and inspects it, and if he says everything's okay, then I personally go out and I inspect it before I write a check. So these machines are like 4 times vetted before we buy anything. This right here is that's just grease from greasing the machine. We typically grease machines till the grease is about that high on the ground. So as far as options go, this machine, we should have parked it next to those buckets right there. We got those buckets here. We'll go over here and I'll give you the exact measurements, but I think this one is a 24-inch bucket. That one is a 14-inch bucket, and that bucket over there is a 30-inch bucket. And the bucket that's on it is a 36-inch. And I think this compaction wheel right here is like either a 20 or a 24-inch. I'll give you the exact measurement here in a minute. These buckets and that fork are being sold separately. So if you want all of them, I'll make you a heck of a deal. If not, then the machine is being sold with 1 bucket. You know what? I did write the dimensions down. Let me talk about these. So we'll crack open the hood here in a little bit. I'm trying to think if I left anything. Does this have a battery disconnect? I don't remember.
This does not.
Does not have a battery disconnect. So we could put one on there. It's kind of a good idea to have, just so you can kill the power if if it's going to be sitting for a while. Perfect. How do you get into this engine right here?
There's a latch underneath the. Right here. There's a latch. It's not marked, so it's very inconspicuous. As I pull it up. Yeah.
Well, we're going to kind of show you the inside of that engine there. We could take these panels off, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. So that's a 3054T engine. It's a 85 gross horsepower engine. This machine has got a 34-gallon fuel tank, which is what Perfecto's sitting on right now, standing on. That'll run you 12 to as many as 20 hours depending on the operation, what you're doing. All of the fluid levels on this machine are where they should be. This machine does not have any leaks whatsoever. Everything on it works. The transmission runs through all the gears without hesitation. The brakes stop it on a dime. Top speed on this machine in forward and reverse, I don't know why the hell you'd want to go 20 miles an hour in reverse, but you can, is 20 miles an hour. These tires are about, the front are about 95%. And the rear are about 85%. Well, I'd say about 80. They're 12.5 80s on the front, and then they're 19.5 24s on the back. There's all of the lights on this machine work. The hydraulics are strong. There's no cracks or welds anywhere on this work equipment. All of the pins and the bushings are relatively tight. We were gonna wash it, but we're having trouble with our power washer, so anyway, you can see it's nice and greased, but these kingpins right here have 0 deflection. They're good and tight. Like I say, this bucket here, you can see there's no cracks or welds anywhere. This cutting edge on the front is 95%. I should have looked up the reach at ground level for the extender hole. I don't have that information here, but it's a lot. The regular reach is 18.5 feet, and that throws it out quite a bit more. The dig depth is let me get that information, and I'll get back with you guys. I didn't write that down. This bucket here again is 7 foot 6 inches wide. It's 3 foot 1 inch tall. It's 2 foot 10 inches deep. It's a yard. Consider a yard and a third bucket. The hinge pin right here, if you were loading into a dumpster, the maximum hinge pin height is 11 feet. The breakout force is 10,000 pounds on this bucket, and the lifting capacity is 6,400 pounds. These forks right here, they're 5 foot across, they're 4 foot long, and 4 foot out. Like I say, this bucket, this machine, it has a 36-inch bucket on it. I'll show that real quick. Those teeth are decent, about 75%. Go ahead and pause it real quick first. Okay, this compaction wheel is 21 1/4 wide. It is 29 inches tall. This right here, this bucket right here, is a 24-inch bucket. It's got a 25-inch bite. This bucket here is a 14-inch bucket. It's got a 15-inch bite. It's because of the teeth kind of flare out a little bit. This one right here is exactly 30 inches with a 30-inch bite. So we're gonna run this machine in the next clip. Perf, am I forgetting anything? What do you think of that tractor?
It's an impressive gadget the way it extends the way it does. It's modern marvels, these machines are.
Yeah, that's handy to have.
Yes, sir.
We'll show you guys a little bit more in detail here in just a minute. Here in a little bit, we'll show you the benefit of how this, the benefit of having a stiff arm with an extender hole. Again, that stiff arm right there actually folds up into the, it folds up in on itself, so when you're digging it won't get in the way. got it at low idle. That's more height. Two-wheel drive. These are the buckets, by the way. It's 105 degrees today. Hey Perf, let's go ahead and show the show that. I don't think you can reach it from there, but he's a good distance away. That's the benefit of that telescopic boom with a stiff arm. And again, you can put a, you can make this, all you need is a cylinder with like a 5-inch stroke, but it really isn't necessary. You can crush it a little bit more, Perf. Go ahead and disconnect the bucket. Watch it, because it's gonna fall. That's the way you disconnect it. Now we're gonna go ahead and connect it. You grab that hinge pin right there. Grab that hinge pin, roll it back. Right there, and then you drive your pin right there to keep it from coming out. So that's how that works. It's a good machine. It's a good looking machine. Okay, so I ran inside real quick, and you can pause the video here, but the reach for this machine, just regular, is 18 feet. Extended, it's 22 feet from this kingpin area right here. The maximum dig height is 12 feet, and with the extender hole, it's 14.5 feet. The dig depth is 14.5 feet regular and 18 feet with a dig depth. The dig force is 14,700 pounds regular and 14,586 pounds with an extender hole. So that's it. All right, so this is the inside of the cab here. There's your hour meter. It's your stabilizer controls. And this is a 3-stick configuration. This works your extender hole. That's pretty much it. Got a brand new seat. We went ahead and put a brand new seat on it. It was so nice. We didn't bother putting a seat cover. We just put a brand new seat on it.